Hello, welcome back. Today we are here in the garage and we are taking apart the Sportsman Polaris 300. I took off the carburetor off of it. Here's the one that came off of it. And here's the one I bought off of Amazon to replace it with. I think I paid like $30 for this one. It was pretty cheap. I'll put a link down to it down below. I think they're the right ones. It looks like they're very similar. The only thing I can see different on them here is the inlet here for the gas to it is different. This one kind of goes up. This one goes straight out. And then the other part of it is on the other side of here. The other part where the gas goes in here is also different on them. So you can see this one, it bends going that way. This one bends the other way. So I might have to put some extra tubing to make it work. If you remember from before, I took the carburetor off of the Arctic Cat, replaced it a couple of weeks ago. I'll put a link to a video up above about that. But when I replaced the carburetor on that machine, I had to tear apart the whole front of the machine to make that work. This one, I had to tear apart the whole back. I thought it would be easier on this one because this one is a 2010, that one was a 2006. And they're two different brands anyways. This one's a Polaris, the other one was an Arctic Cat. But I really thought this one would be easier because this one's got these covers on it that you kind of pop off the side that go in here. I thought I'd be able to, I think it's that way. I think, yeah, it goes in that way, I think. Or maybe like that. I don't know. Anyway, it goes in there. And I thought it'd be easier. Like these would just pop off and you'd be able to get to it. But it's not enough room. So when I took those off, there's just not enough room in here to get to the carburetor. So I had to end up taking off the back of it. You can see over there is the back where I took it off to get to it here. And that is where the carburetor is going to go, is right down there. This is just some airflow. Where this actually goes back, it'll go back onto there. I had to disconnect it, pull it out of the way. I think that's just have airflow to help cool off the transmission. But that's where the carburetor's got to go back. And I think the hardest part about this one is going to be is the Arctic Cat had an automatic choke on it. So it had a cable that you just plugged in, and that choke ran off of probably a temperature sensor to determine whether it should open the choke up or not. This one has a manual choke, which is up here. This is the manual choke, and as you pull that, you can see here that it actually, here it is, actually down here. This is the throttle, actually. But here's the choke. It's a manual choke, and so as you pull it, it pulls this in and out to open it up. So we got to get this back in the new carburetor. I think this is going to be the hardest part of this whole thing, is putting this back on that carburetor, because it's super tight where that bolt's got to go. And then this is the throttle. We'll have to put on the throttle body. It'll be the second hardest part. And then we hook it back up here, and we will see if it will run. I may have to add some extra tubing to here because the way those nozzles are on that new carburetor are a little bit different. I got to kind of wrap around a little bit. And here's the other hose that's going to go on the other side. Hopefully they'll connect back up to it without any problems. Otherwise, we'll have to add some extra tubing. This one, also on this one, I had to put this tube, I don't know, compress the tube together, whatever you call it, a tube compression, I don't know. Because this one doesn't have a shutoff for the gas, so I had to put this on here to kind of just squeeze those tubes tight so no gas would come out of it. Otherwise, that's what it was. I took it all apart and got to this point. I even had to loosen this up a little bit to kind of get this out of the way so I can get to that carburetor down there. And now I'm going to try and put the new one in there. That's what the plan is. We're going to try and get that done today and see if we actually get it started. Hopefully we can get that far. We'll see how it goes. So the first thing I got to do on this new carburetor is I got to take off this bolt here, which is where that choke goes into it. Hopefully it comes, oh yeah, it's coming off super easy. Hopefully the other one will go right back on as easy as this one's coming off. You can see they kind of drilled into here so you can get some wrenches on it here to kind of twist it. Otherwise it'd be nearly impossible to get that off. This is gonna be the hardest part, I'm telling you, is getting this off and getting that other one put back in there. Also because, if I do it this way, there we go. Because it's got tension on it, so when I put the other one on there, it's gonna be tough to kind of hold it in there and twist it to get it to bite, I think. Actually, this one's even got the spring in it too, which I don't need. I wonder if that part's got to come out of it too. So there's a spot in there with the spring. I wonder if I got to take that out. If I look at the other one, the old one, where that choke is at. Yeah, see, I don't know if you guys can see, there's nothing in this one. there is this piece in here, which I'm going to have to take out of there to hook up to the end of it. I wonder if it just falls out, or if I could twist that out with the screwdriver. Well, let me figure that out and see how it goes. I wonder if I can just twist it out with the screwdriver here. It's definitely turning pretty freely. Look at that. That's the new head that's on that one. I don't think I'm going to replace this. I think I'm going to just use the piece that's on the end of the other one, not put this piece in there. All right, let's see if we can get the choke line on there. That's going to be the next fun part. So here's the new one. Right here's where that choke wire goes. And it just slides into that hole, and then we're going to have to twist it to have it stay in place, but it's going to have compression on it when I put it in there. So it's going to be the hardest part, is getting that to stay. I'm able to twist it with my thumb there to get it to go. I'm actually kind of surprised, guys. That went in there pretty easy. And just twist down the rest of the cable on it. And I thought this was going to be the hard part. See if I can twist the carburetor around on it to get it a little bit tighter. I honestly thought that was going to be the hardest part, guys, and it didn't go that bad. It may, the harder part may be getting the throttle cable on it. See if I can twist this a little bit more with the pliers to make sure it's tight. So the next piece is going to be this throttle cable that's going to go in from the top, and it twists in the top of it down here. I don't know if you guys can see it down there. This kind of twists in, or screws in, I should say. It was probably this 8mm wrench. Got screws under that. Yep. Is that tightening? So that's on there good. And now we've got to twist this part here. You can see here it's got to go twist up like that, and then I can wrap this in here across on it. And I need a little bushing that goes in there. I don't know if you call it a bushing or what, but it's this little piece here. I don't know if you guys can see that, but that goes over this. It just kind of wraps over it. And then I need to twist this around and put that back in there. Let's see if I can do this. Just like that. So now when I push the throttle up here, it pulls that. I don't know if you can see that or not. So now when I use the throttle up here, it'll twist this here and inside of here. Get my hand out of the way there. You can see it there. When I pull the throttle, it pulls it. So, and then this here is just the idle. You turn this to adjust the idle on the machine. So that's all the parts to really hook it up, other than the gas lines and a vacuum, I think, that goes on top of here. So then now this has got to go down there. This drain tube, we can just kind of let it fall to the side. Should squeeze right into here. And I got to tell you, that's pretty tough to get that back on there. And then there's a bracket here on the back side. So the bracket is right in here that I've tightened down on here now. So there's the cover on it right there, just kind of sitting there right now. It's got a little rubber membrane on it to kind of hold it in place. See if we can get one of the screws started. and then it won't come off anymore. There's one of them. So they're all in there now. Now we got to get the fuel hose line hooked up to it. And I don't know if this one's going to fit back on there or not. Got to twist it around. It might go in there okay. Yep, that one's on there. Kind of an awkward spot. I'm going to go ahead and put the clamp on it. All right, that clamp is on. Hopefully that won't leak. We'll see how it goes. This is kind of how it looks in the back side here. Right down here is the clamp. Kind of a weird, awkward twist to it there. All right. There's that clamp on. I know I was in your way the whole time, but that clamp is on there now and there. That was a tough one to put on there. All right, there's the two on the top. Got all the fuel lines on it. One's on that side, one's on this side. Let me take out this clamp here and see if it leaks. That would allow fuel to go into it. I don't see any leaks on it. Let's see if it starts up. Hold the choke on it. So it's going with the choke. That's without the choke. Oh, we're leaking fuel pretty bad there. We're leaking pretty bad from this hose right here, so I'm going to have to extend this out. But hey, at least it started and ran without the choke being held, so I think that is the fix. Just need to fix that fuel leak there. So I'm going to tighten that clamp back down to stop the fuel leaking out of it. All right, I put this new hose on here now. Now let's see if it starts up and doesn't leak on us. Starts right up. I don't see a leak. I don't see one over here either. Well, I think that's it. I think it's back together now. I don't have a leak anymore down there. I don't see any more leaks. I don't really like these clamps though, so I think I'm gonna go get some new clamps to put on here. I don't like that clamp very well. And I think the idle's okay, but I'm gonna get some more clamps to put new clamps. This clamp's not really tight on here anymore. It probably has lost its strength. So I'll get some more clamps. I'll replace that next time and I'll put it all back together. All right guys, here we go. We got it all put back together. We're gonna take it for a ride here and see how it goes. I'll take the brake off here. We're going to go ahead and pull it right on the trailer here. Got the trailer all set up for it. All right, there we go. It is all put back together. And I've got it right here on the trailer now, so I can take it back up with me tomorrow. So I'll take it back up. Got some of these boards and stuff we're going to use for the solar installation we're doing up there. But I'll get this all strapped down on here and we'll be ready to go. So I want to thank you for watching. Be sure to like this video and we will see you in the next one.